The worst drought in more than 60 years is threatening millions of lives along the Horn of Africa. With no rain, crops have dried up, and 10 million people are slowly starving to death. Aid is desperately needed, and a Vancouver Islander who has just returned from the devastated region says the world needs to see what's happening there. A News reporter Erin Glazier has the story.
It is the worst drought in decades. Millions are fleeing Ethiopia, Kenya, and Somalia, trying to escape the famine brought on by what one UNICEF aid worker calls a perfect storm.
The rising food prices. Everyone is saying the price of onions, for example, have doubled. The price of rice, the price of staples has really increased. So people can't afford basic items. Climate, and then also the unrest in Somalia.
A way of life. Angela Mueni, her daughter and grandson escaped by immigrating from neighboring Kenya to Canada. Here, they support themselves and family back home. Angela just returned from visiting her family on Sunday and was horrified by what she saw.
When I went back, I was not expecting to see what I saw. People in Kenya, they are very kind and they share anything they have. So regardless of the suffering they're going through, they still have to share with all the people who are coming as refugees.
More than 10 million people, including 2 million children, are facing starvation. Hundreds of thousands of them trying to reach the refugee camp known as Dadaab in Kenya.
What you have is a situation where people are leaving dead livestock behind and going to where they think they can get food, water, and proper care.
Children under the age of 5 in Africa have some of the worst malnutrition rates in the world. You will not find a healthy child like Richie there.
What I can say we use for his feeding and all that, it's not even a quarter of what we use what we send for the other kids to feed on.
While many agencies are lobbying us directly for funds, another way we can help here in Canada is to pressure the Canadian government to put more funds into areas affected, such as the Horn of Africa.
So far, we haven't heard substantial commitment from the Canadian government for the drought. So that's, aside from donating, that's also another crucial role that people can play.
The drought is expected to peak in August before rains finally fall in October. How many will die in between, only time will tell, in what UNICEF is calling the most severe humanitarian emergency in the world. In Victoria, Erin Glazier, A News.